Going on YouTube. Shout out to everybody. Just wanted to make this video just to post it out there to let everybody know what's going on out here in the world of trucking. If you guys are planning to be a truck driver and you're thinking about being a truck driver but you never drove trucks, my opinion, go for it. It's never too late to learn how to drive trucks. Trucks, it's not just a job, it's a profession. Being a truck driver it's a good feeling. You get to drive on the road, you get to see stuff. You don't got to be stuck in one place all day in a warehouse. Like, if you're the type of person that doesn't really like taking orders all day or being stuck in one place all day with a bunch of stupid coworkers and shit like that, then yeah, trucking is definitely the best place to be. If you're like anti-social, you like to stick to yourself and just do your own thing without being bothered, trucking is definitely what you want to do. It all depends on what you're trying to do. If you want to cross country, then definitely OTR. But if you're just looking to be a truck driver, make good money, and still come home, definitely local is where you want to be. I know there's a lot of schools and places that are giving the wrong information as far as like, oh, you have to go OTR because nobody will hire you. Granted, when you first start off, a lot of schools don't tell you, but it will be hard for you to get a job right away. Most companies, especially local companies at that, they're not going to hire you simply because you don't have the experience and you're more of an insurance risk. And with these trucking companies, it's all about money. They're not trying to put out no money, but they want to raise the premiums, but they don't want to be putting out money for accidents. So the way I started was I pretty much just started as a yard jockey. I started doing a yard jockey because the company that I applied for at that time didn't want to put me on the road right away because I was fresh out of school, and they just didn't want to take that chance, even though I already knew how to drive. Before I got my CDL, I was a tow truck driver for almost 10 years. I did local towing, police towing, repossessing, and impounding and parking impounding, and also regular transporting. So I've been around the game, but I was like, it's time for me to kind of step it up. So that's why I decided to get my CDL. But it all depends, like I said, on the person and what are you trying to do. But if you're trying to just find a job, being a truck driver, you don't want to go OTR, you don't want to be living out of your truck or any of that, then definitely local is the place to be. But like I said, even if you can't find a job, try to apply for a job that's like a yard jockey. Do that for about 3 months. And those 3 months, you'll get all the fundamentals of knowing how to back a trailer, knowing how to turn a certain way, 90 degrees. Like, you'll learn how to do everything being a jockey. Because all you do is just drop and hook. So you'll learn how to drop and hook. You'll learn how to couple everything, your lines. And then you'll just know how to back, and you'll be a beast at it for the next thing you know. So once you be able to go on the road, because you've been a yard jockey and you already know how to back, you're not going to have no problem being out on the road. The problem with a lot of drivers that I've noticed is that they'll get their license, they'll go straight over the road, but when they go to a yard or a place that's real tight, they don't really know how to maneuver the truck or back the truck, especially with the fact that they got a sleeper cab. So with the sleeper, it pushes your wheelbase even further back. But so what I'm saying is, not to backtrack, but basically, there's a lot of guys on the road that just got their CDL, not talking shit, because we all had to start off somewhere. But there's a lot of guys OTR that they don't really know how to back a trailer. I see it all the time. I can't tell you how many times I went to a place and, somebody asked me to help them, back them in, which I'm all for it. I'm all for helping anybody that's on the road. And I've also had people where they couldn't get it to the point where I had to just hop in their truck for them and back it in right into the dock for them because they just couldn't get it. So I'm not knocking nobody. This video is not to talk shit on guys that don't know how to back. Like I said, we all started from the ground. And slowly but surely, if you're really about this life, you're going to do everything in your power to perfect your craft, to get better at it. Watch other truck drivers that got more experience, see how they maneuver their trucks, how they back their trailers, their techniques, and just kind of gather off of that. and then you'll slowly but surely create your own craft and polish it where you know how to maneuver your trailer. Every truck driver has their own style of doing things, but no matter what, we're all doing the same shit. So it's just doing it in a very safe and respectful manner. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, if you really want to be a truck driver, I love it. I've had my license for a little over 4.5 years. You know, there's going to be days where, you know, it's going to be bullshit days, especially when you got to drive in the snow or in the rain. You know, you're going to have traffic jams like right now, what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with all this traffic. Stuff like that you're going to deal with. But if you're about that and you don't mind it, then go for it, you know? Because I'm not going to tell you that being a truck driver, oh yeah, you know, you make decent money and it's all peaches and cream. No, it can be stressful. You got to constantly have a million eyes on the road. You got to watch out for people. Expect when people are going to cut you off. Expect when people are going to do some dumb shit on the road. Expect that if you leave about, you know, 3 car lengths of space behind the vehicle that you're traveling behind, because you always want to maintain space, expect that people are going to give that as an opportunity to throw themselves in front of you, or throw themselves in front of you to get over to the next lane. It happens all the time. So just knowing and expecting and just keeping your eyes open and also maintaining a safe distance, it's just going to keep you out of a lot of problems for the long run. Because like I said, you definitely don't want to get in an accident. Get in an accident, it's just gonna really fuck up your whole day. Like your whole day, it's just gonna be completely destroyed. Like now you got that on your license. If you're a company driver, if you get an accident on your license, now it's gonna be harder to find another job because now you got an accident claim on your insurance. I mean, on your driver's record, and yeah, it's a pain in the ass. That's a whole other story for people that, you know, had accidents and they can't find jobs. But yeah, so. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all my truckers. Shout out to the people, like I said, if you're willing, if you're tired of doing your job and you want a new career change and you don't know if you want to be a truck driver or you think that you have to be over the road, away from your family and friends, that's far from the truth. Like I said, there's companies out there, if you find the demand for trucking is so high that there's companies out there that are willing to hire you. Sometimes they'll train you with somebody for 2 to 3 weeks and then put you on the road. Or like I said, if you're lucky enough to find a job where you're a yard jockey, don't take it like, oh, damn, you know, this is not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to be on the road. You're going to get there. It just levels to this shit. So if you can get us as a yard jockey, just take your time, figure out, learn the backing, the mechanism, learning how to back the trailer, knowing how to drop and hook. You're going to get all of those ground bases. And then once you're ready to go on the road, you'll be ready. Because there's a lot of places that you go to that might be real tight. There might be cars around where you got to back in the dock. So being a yard jockey, especially in a place where it's really busy and tight, that's going to put your back against the wall, and that's just going to make you develop reflexes and skills that, you know, other people that don't have that experience or that time to experience is not going to have, pretty much. So you'll be able to really just do a lot. So yeah, so like I said, if you're a person that want to be a truck driver, you don't like people telling you what to do, you want to see, you know, different things every day, something new to expect rather than the same boring shit every day, go for it. Be a truck driver. Like I said, if you want to go OTR, go with an OTR company. But if you don't want to go OTR and you want to stay local, look for companies that'll hire you locally. But like I said, you might have a harder time finding somebody because you don't have any experience driving a big truck. So most companies won't hire you. But if you can find a company that can hire you as a yard jockey, I would do that for 3 to 6 months. But then that 3 to 6 months time frame, you're going to be like pretty much golden. You're going to know how to back a trailer. You're going to know how to maneuver the trailer. You're going to know how to do a drop and hook. You're going to know how to, you know, hook up your lines. All of those fundamentals, you're going to literally build a muscle memory for it. And then when you go out on the road and you go find yourself, you have to deliver at a warehouse where it's a little tight yard, or you got to back your trailer and do a crazy jackknife at a 90-degree angle to get in there, or anything else, you know, there's always something new with these places. You're going to be good. You're not going to feel nervous, and you're going to feel more comfortable doing it. So I just wanted to put that out there, just a quick reminder for anybody that wants to be a truck driver but doesn't really know if trucking is the way to go, because if you feel as though you have to be OTR, if you have a family, or you might have family, you have kids or family and friends that you just don't want to be away from for weeks at a time. Like I said, there's companies out there that will hire you locally. Is it harder to find? Yes. You'll have a better chance finding a company as a yard jockey wherever you're at, because they have all these warehouses. You got to think there's a lot of warehouses being made. Amazon is making all these warehouses. There's just always a warehouse being built. So if there's warehouses that have big giant trailer yards, they're always going to need and want yard jockeys. So that's your best foot to get in the industry, learning from the ground up. So when you get on the road, you're already going to know how to do more than a lot of these guys that go straight out of school and go straight OTR, but they don't have no backing skills. So that's why it takes some harder for them to learn. So some people are quick learners. Some people can learn quick. And then there's other people that take a little longer to learn, and that's fine. Not everybody's the same. I'm just giving you my opinion and what I experienced. Like I said, I didn't go OTR. I didn't do any of that. I just strictly applied for local companies, and like I said, it took me about a month to find somebody, and then the company that I find had local driving job positions, but because I was a newbie, they didn't want to right away put me on the road, so they took their chance with me as far as being a jockey. I did that about 3 months, and then a driver ended up quitting, so they just offered me the driver job, and that's, I never looked back ever since, and I've been OTR, I've been on the road ever since, locally. I drive, I come in and I do my shift and I come home every day. Like I'm never gone for no more than 11, 12 hours a day. But yeah, I just want to put this out there for everybody that's looking to be in the truckers, so we find this video somehow in the algorithm. Shout out to you for wanting to be a trucker. Stay safe out there. Shout out to all the truckers that will watch this video. If you do, shout out to all you guys. Shout out to the real truckers, not the dumb boneheads, the real truckers that are out here sacrificing time away from their family, regardless if they OTR or local, and they're just trying to make a killing for themselves and for their family. So I'm always going to respect that. But I'm going to end this on that note. But I appreciate you guys locking in. This is Hellboy. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, a like to this video will really help me out. Puts me in the algorithm. It helps with YouTube to put me in better places so I can get more reach to other people so they can see videos like this. But like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, check out my channel. I post a lot of trucking content, a little bit of mixture of everything. Trucking content, reaction videos, and a little bit of gaming content as well when I have time. So feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Hellboy signing out. Peace.